Hey there, I'm Lauren.
Hi, I'm Sandy.
So nice to finally meet with you. I met with Bobby at the Georgia Florida game, which was such a good time, and he told me so many great things about you. But I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule, and hope that by the end of this we'll be able to come up with some solutions that benefit Duluth Operating Group.
Sure, yes, of course. It's so finally nice to put a face to the name. So Bobby has informed me a little bit about a CRM system on a general level, but I'm definitely interested in learning more about it in ways that DOG could maybe benefit from this type of system.
Yeah, so great. So your assistant said that you're scheduled for 20 minutes today. Is that okay?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay, so I'm aware of DOG's business and I've done some research on your operations, but before we fully dive in, I just want to make sure it's okay if I ask you a couple of questions just to get a better understanding of your company's situation and where you guys are kind of looking to go and some areas of dissatisfaction you might be having.
Absolutely, that sounds great.
Okay, so I have a business card for you just for the future. So I've reached out to some of your employees and also some of your customers just to get a better understanding of your company's current operating situations, and there were some areas I was able to identify as dissatisfaction within your company. And so if you want to just take a look at this agenda for a moment, these are kind of the main three things that I'd like to go over with you for the day.
Yeah, honestly, this looks really great. I honestly haven't even recognized some of these as major issues, so I'm definitely interested in discussing these areas.
Yeah, so just before we get into things, is there anyone else you feel like needs to be a part of this meeting?
No, just today, two of us is good, but you do look a little young, I was just noticing. Are you sure you're able to fully understand DOG and our operations?
I totally understand that concern. I get all the time from some of my 43 other clients I have. So just so you know, like I said, I have 43 other clients that are working at that mid-sized level like your business. I've been with Salesforce for about a year and a half, and I've been on the sales team for about 6 months. I've done a lot of research on your company, and I really feel like I'm prepared to give you really a solution to the things that your company is needing.
Well, that's definitely reassuring to hear, and I would love to hear more about the solutions that you have to offer.
So, to start off, I talked to John. He's a representative for DOG as well, and I talked to some of your customers, and through our discussions, I was able to identify some areas I think we can implement some more efficient practices.
Yeah, honestly, John's a great person to talk to. He's super helpful.
So, yeah, he was great. So one of the first areas we discussed is the fact that your company is growing rather quickly. You guys have increased your revenue 3.5% from 2017 to 2018, which is awesome, but that can also bring on some challenges that you guys might be facing in your business structure. So to keep up with those expanding sales, I just kind of wanted to know how you guys are currently managing your customer operations and the opportunities that are involved in your sales process.
Yes, we actually are doing pretty well. I would definitely say that since we are a smaller firm, we maybe could use some restructuring as we continue to grow. With this growth, we are finding with so many large accounts across so many different regions, it can be a little difficult at times to manage some of these accounts throughout the sales process.
So would you say that with that large growth, that your current platform is sustainable for keeping up with your order tracking and overall just organizing your CRM?
Honestly, we do have a current system in place, and it's kind of working for now, but I do think that given our expected growth and given that we do not have a efficient CRM system in place at all, I would be interested in addressing this potential issue.
So you said that you don't have an efficient CRM system in place, so what kind of practices do you guys use currently for managing how your accounts are handled, and how does information flow internally between employees?
So honestly, right now we do have a couple of different systems that we use to track and see just different customer accounts. So given that we don't really have a system in place right now, it is a little messy. It's a mix of Excel sheets, documents, email chains that are kind of sent around just to different people working on a sale.
Right. So would it be fair to say that DOG is kind of looking to establish more of a comprehensive and inclusive system of sales, accounts, and client information that can be accessed easily from employees across the organization?
Yes, I do think that it would be extremely beneficial to have a system in place that is able to be accessed by all employees, that includes relevant information that to certain client accounts. So I admit our system is a little unorganized currently, and I think you're right that this maybe is not a sustainable practice.
Right, so just considering the issues you mentioned there, would you say that the reasons one of your sales reps are unable to complete a sale or they're unable to keep up with managing customer opportunities, it could all be because they're unable to access the customer information and account information?
Yes, I would say that this is something that does happen, and especially in terms of keeping up with reports and checking back on customers during and after sales.
Right, so problems like these are definitely avoidable and can have an immense negative impact on your organization, especially with these daily operations, and they can cause DOG to literally lose millions. Additionally, with that rapid growth that you guys are expecting, potentially opening up new ventures in different locations, it's important that you guys are able to establish a sound and stable internal environment, especially while you're gaining clients and your accounts are getting larger than ever before. So overall, I just think it's very important to have an efficient and internal structure for your employees to be able to access.
Yes, so losing clients and information as a result of mismanagement of our customer accounts is definitely something that we would like to control where possible.
Right, so definitely interested in doing that for you guys, but just moving on to our second issue on the agenda, it seems like your sales team is spending a little bit too much time on non-sales related activities, not focusing totally on being right there with the customer where they're really made to be. So like I mentioned before, you guys have a growth in revenue of 3.5%, which is awesome. And you're also looking to expand in new territories like Greenville and Savannah. So I just want to make sure you guys are prepared with that too. Are you prepared with that growth? Do you think that you're, just ready for that potential transition?
So yes, we are very excited about our increase in revenue, but we are kind of contemplating right now expanding into new markets, and based on how things are going currently, it looks like that is where we're headed in the future.
Right, so I just wanted to confirm some numbers based on my research. So I see that you guys did $48.6 million in revenue this year.
Yes,
and you're looking to increase to $50.5 million in 2018?
Yes, that's correct.
So I've actually spoken with some of DOG's employees and their clients and addressed the fact that your reps are having to spend a lot of time coming up with data points for their managers, and they're trying to find out, how close they're competing to other reps within your organization, and overall they're required to bring this information to their managers, and they're having to manually enter all of this data from each call at the end of every week. Do you feel like when reps are kind of doing this for their managers, they're making the best use of their time?
So yeah, although I didn't really consider this as much as I probably should have, I would definitely say that our reps are not able to make the best use of their time when they're having to constantly update this information and give us their quota updates manually.
I totally agree. So just kind of putting this with some numbers for you guys, if your reps were to continue using their time this way with your anticipated growth into new territories, it could cost you all upwards of $3 million a year in paying your reps the additional hours they're having to spend.
So that is something we absolutely cannot afford in terms of finances, but also just for our reps who are constantly frustrated in finding these data points for us. So fortunately, I am glad that this was brought to my attention, that this is something that does need to be addressed.
So I'm glad you see the value in this solution, and that we might be able to solve that for you. I did want to keep kind of going in over our agenda and the third issue I had mentioned, and that's about kind of your sales reps are unable to access information on the go, and I've seen that this might lead to a delay in your reps getting the information that they need about the client they're going to see, as well as causing some issues with your reps possibly calling on the same people just because they don't know that they've already been contacted, as well as they're having to wait until they get to a computer at the end of the day or the end of the week to upload all of that information about their calls. Does that sound like something your reps are seeing right now?
Yes, so our reps have had to spend a significant amount of time at the end of each week entering all this information that they've gathered from the last client meeting, so that's true, yes.
So do your clients ever get repeated calls from different reps due to that delay? Do you see that?
Occasionally, yes. We do have multiple reps calling on certain customers just due to this delay of information.
And do you feel like, as a customer, this might frustrate some of them having to give the same communication to different reps and just repeatedly hearing from you guys and having to repeat the same information?
Yes, so that's definitely something that's I would say would negatively affect our customers' perspective of us, which is something that we obviously do not want. We'd like to avoid.
Right. So just kind of measuring the frequency of instances that things like these delays may occur, or sending reps to the same location, and overall just the time wasted in gathering information. There's a potential loss of customers there because of the frustration of having to repeatedly give information to different reps, and that kind of quantifies at about $500,000 a year. So do you feel like that is an issue that you guys feel is worth solving?
So yes, I absolutely feel that the more time and energy that we can save completing a sale will obviously overall help us sustain our growth projections that we are anticipating in the future. So I would say that this is an avoidable cost for us.
So just before we go over the overall costs with the issues that DOG is facing right now, are there any other issues that I can assist you with or touch on?
No, honestly, I feel like you've really done your research and you know exactly the type of problems that DOG is facing.
Right. So in addressing some of your issues, I pulled together just an example for you to look at for the solutions that we do have to offer. So I just want to kind of give you a guiding standpoint of how Salesforce CRM actually works. So in addressing your first problem of managing customer opportunities, we have this solution that coordinates among the entire business and seeks to kind of solve those information gaps between all ends of your business, from the president all the way down to your sales reps in the field. So this solution is actually called Accounts and Contacts, and it'll allow your reps to store information about your customers while they're doing business with them. So contacts are the people that work for the customers you guys are going to see, and accounts will just store all the information on each client you're going to see. So, for instance, if a rep needs to access information on a customer's buying history or needs to know who they're going to be meeting with at a business, they can pull up Salesforce, look into our CRM, and see all the information at their fingertips without having to email anyone, call anyone. And overall, this tool will allow your company to see all the records, the people who work at this business, and the deals in progress, the requests, the documents. You can even see their social media updates. And overall, the Accounts and Contacts tool on our CRM will allow your reps to come to the meeting fully prepared.
Wow, so yeah, this sounds like a tool that we have needed for a long time. This sounds like it'll also prevent our reps from needing to dig through old Excel files and allow for all of our company's employees to reach the information they need without these information gaps.
Right, and that's exactly what we're aiming to do for you all. So these information gaps in customer management can cost DOG upwards of $1 million annually.
Wow, that's something I really had not previously thought about, but obviously it's a cost that we would like to avoid or just really end altogether.
Right, so also just in addressing your second problem where sales reps are spending too much time doing non-sales related tasks, such as manually entering in reports, coming up with these sales quotas for their managers, and overall just having to come up with these sales quotas for their team. Salesforce offers Path and Kanban. So Path and Kanban will allow you to update records and statuses of customer orders, so you'll know exactly who needs to be where and when. Kanban will allow your managers to see these records visually. So in charts and graphs, you can see where your reps are currently working and how they're going in the future. So you're able to measure kind of their quotas. They're not going to have to come up with that information for you. So overall, Path and Kanban will help you keep up with leads, tasks, and managers will be able to see how well the reps are doing. Without the reps having to come up with these numbers on their own, they can just open Path and Kanban, see these charts and graphs as they go.
Right, so since we are a company with many different accounts and we are looking to expand into new markets, this tool will definitely help our reps and our managers keep tabs on where we are in the lead and what we can expect in the future.
Right. So, and to address your final issue of mobility, Salesforce is completely mobile. Your reps can instantly update everything that they need from your sales call. Following the meeting, they can get in their car, open up their iPad, put down all the information they just gathered from the report, and it's all from the convenience of their mobile device. Overall, your reps can access all of these features, anything from Accounts and Contacts, Path and Kanban, the dashboard from any device from anywhere in the world that they may be going as your company continues to expand. So your employees can quickly see the details of the prior sales calls, that another employee may have had with the customer, which will negate that repeated rep going to the same location. They'll be able to see that someone's already been there mobily from wherever they are. The rep won't have to waste any time calling to see who their contact is because they can pull it up mobily on accounts and contacts. The feature will also allow your sales managers to effectively see how reps are performing against others. And overall, it'll prevent different reps going to the same place and asking the same questions because all of the details will be there immediately following a sales call. So overall, how does all of that sound to you?
Honestly, all these solutions sound really great. It's definitely something that we sound like we're in need of, but at what cost to DOG?
So just given the issues that we've discussed, the solutions that you were interested in have a total cost of implementing of about, the initial cost would be $15,000 to start it up within your organization. But then per employee, it's going to be a $225 charge. So if we were to implement this across the board from your VP, your president, your branch managers, all the way down to your sales reps, looking at about just those amount of employees, we'd be looking at about $9,900 annually for DOG. So $15,000 startup, $9,900 as the years go on. And I know that might sound like a lot as you guys are a small, mid-sized business and looking to grow, but we compare it to the losses that DOG is facing at $4.5 million a year. DOG will actually just have a huge return on investment by allowing these reps to effectively use their time, allowing managers to effectively see how their reps are doing, and overall just creating a safe and stable internal infrastructure for you guys to continue on with your future growth projections.
So yeah, these all sound really great, and these sound like solutions that DOG does need to succeed. So I would actually love to go ahead and just sign a contract with you to move forward.
Well, great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me, and I'll get the paperwork ready now so we can go ahead and get things going.
Great.
Awesome. Thanks so much.